right time, gotta get this right. I'm scared to death. Scared of your eyes looking into my eyes. Scared that I'll back out and hold my breath. Wake up one morning and see your face. I can feel it coming back. These shivers are every day. Whoa, I say it's over, I get out of bed and leave. Yeah, just like that. I got the shivers. Whenever I would think about you.
Welcome back to the channel. In this episode we are going to do a full oil change and service on this 2014 Freelander 2. I've just done timing belt change on it. That was in a previous episode, so if you haven't seen anything on this car, go back and watch some of the content. There's a full playlist on it. And this was, or is, a category S salvage repaired vehicle that's been repaired on the channel, and now we're just finishing off to get it up for sale. So as you see now, this is missing the top cover. The cover is over there, and the difference is my airbox is loose. So if you're starting off and this is how you want to complete the service, first of all, there's a bolt there and a bolt there, and there's one at the back there. That takes off the cover. You'll need to take off the cover to get to, let me just shed some light on it, the fuel filter which is there. I want to start the engine, and I want to get the engine up to temperature so the oil will drain out properly and quickly. So first of all, let's start this engine. She's purring like a kitten now since I've done the timing belt. You will notice the car is off the ground. It's still jacked up from when I done the timing belt, so I haven't had to hire the vehicle up. But you will need to hire it up to get underneath, to get to the sump plug. And you probably need to get underneath to do the oil filter. So you're going to need a tray to catch the oil. As I said, you're going to need to get the fuel filter as well. Okay, that should be long enough. Okay, first things first, let's drain the oil out of the sump. Please bear in mind that there is a metal tray that goes underneath here, and it has 6 30mm bolts, which I've already undone. So you have to undo that first, undo it from back to front, and then hold the front because the back has a lip on it, so you'll be able to take it down nice and gently. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. Some plugs there. It's a 21mm socket. Okay, I've loosened that with a socket. Okay, that's draining there, lovely. I hope that container's big enough, because this should be 5.9 litres in this. So I'll just take the cap off now and let it fill up. While I'm waiting for the oil to drain out, I'm going to change the air filter. Straightforward enough, 4 screws there, and it'll come out. Like I said, this one's already loose because we've been doing other work here. Okay, so as you can see, quite dirty. Big difference. Okay, that's all in secure, nice and tight. That's all done. What I have got to do is just tighten these up when I put the cover back on. Let's go back underneath now, refit the bolt and tackle that oil filter. Not forgetting to replace the washer that comes with the bolt. Okay, the oil filter is located at the front, down there. Now this is going to be really difficult to show you because I can't even see it myself from here. Let's have a little look underneath. There it is there, guys. So if I can shed some light on it for you. There. So we need to undo that and then replace the oil filter. So the only way to get that undone is by using one of these. It's a 27mm. Just wanted to show you how awkward this is. Ratchet is there, and there's the filter. It's just really tight for space. It is coming undone, just very slowly. I bet you if we went to a garage they'd probably overlook this and say, nah, leave it in there. So this probably haven't been changed for a while. That's out. Actually it made a hell of a mess. I had run all down my arm, so not nice. I did have gloves on, so it's quite awkward to get out. But that's the filter. So I can honestly say I don't think that's been changed, but you don't never know. But I would have thought you take that to a garage is definitely going to be overlooked. Okay, that's all done. Just got to put it back in the reverse. Okay, oil's in. We've got the fuel filter to do next. Okay, all that is in except for one pipe, and that's the return pipe. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bleed the system because we need to prime the filter before we start the car. So I've got a little gadget that I bought today. Hopefully it'll help bleed the system. So I'll go and get that now. Here it is. It's an actual siphon for fuel. So you siphon it out of the tank. but I'm going to adapt it for what I want. I've still got this bit of pipe from the Mini, so that's just the right thickness to go in there and make a good seal. And then hopefully that should fit on there. And I'm just gonna prime it, and now it's clear. I should show it coming through there. Okay, I done it in the end, guys. I had to siphon it through that way. It took ages, but I managed to get it to come through. So you have got to prime that pump, prime the filter. So it is running. As you probably can see, it's pitch black. The only light I've got in the garage is that. You can't see a lot now. I just want to get this done. So I'm just going to put the casing back on, and then that's all I'll have left then is the pollen filter inside, and to give it another over and wipe down all the mess when the car's done. I will get back to you in a day once I get 5 now to catch up on the progress of this car and to do the pollen filter. Okay, that was an absolute nightmare the other night. It got dark really quick and I'm struggling for lights still in this garage. I still haven't sorted the lighting out. But as you can see, the cover is back on the engine. It just needs it looks worse than what it is through the camera, but it just needs to wipe down just to tidy up any oil. Everything is tight. Fuel filter's done, oil filter's done. The only thing I haven't done is, as I've looked under there, look at the mess. The only thing I haven't done now is put the under tray back on, lower the car down, put the rest of the oil that is needed to get it to the right level. Obviously you can't really do it when it's up like that, it needs to be level. And put the pollen filter in. So that's the only thing we got left to do. And look at the front of it, give it a quick clean up, give it a car and over, and the car is done. So I'm just going to crack on now. But that fuel filter was an absolute nightmare. You have got to prime it, and I struggled. I had to basically siphon it through by sucking on the pipe and filling up the filter that way, but it took ages. So it wasn't very pleasant, but that's the only way I could do it, because that pump I bought didn't do nothing. But it's done now, so hopefully it's a case of putting this filter, the under tray back on and getting it sorted. The car is now level, back down on its wheels. So I'm going to clean the car outside the house so I can give it a good wipe down. There's no point you seeing that. But what I will do now is just check the oil, top the oil up, and then I'll just show you the pollen filter. So you've seen me put the oil in, so I'll just make sure it's level and I'll show you the pollen filter. That's the first time the car has been out the garage since I've done the timing belt. So it's ticking over lovely. I just wanted to show you where the pollen filter was. Under the passenger footwell. You got the fuse box. Move out of the way, and it's just located there. go 2 clips at the top you push in, and that one you pull out, and then it just clips off. Okay, I managed to get an hand on it. Not the easiest of accesses. It's a little dirty, but I've seen worse. Here's overdue a change, mind. Let's get the new one. State of this garage. I really need to paint this floor again. Proper Land Rover one. So get that in. Okay, that's all back in as you should. Get rid of the old one. That was quite difficult to get back in. So the car is done. That is the last time you're going to see the Freelander on the channel now. Like I said, I've got to give it a good clean. Get rid of all my oil prints, marks and everything else. Apart from that, it is done. So don't forget, if you do like the content, do like the videos on the channel, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. In the next episode we're going to carry on with this Fiat 500 and get this thing sorted once and for all, because I've had more problems with this still, and hopefully that'll be gone. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one for another video from Reviving Salvage. Take care everyone, bye.